Now, from 41 Action Sports, here's Monday Morning Quarterback, sponsored by TDR Auto Plaza, changing the way used cars are sold. Located on I-35 in Kearney, Missouri.
I mean, Monday Morning Quarterback was thought up and made for games like this. Hey there, Internet, and welcome to the show with Seren Petro of Sports Radio 810, Jesse Newell of the Kansas City Star, and Nick Leckie of, I don't know, retirement?
Correct.
Sure, right. Former offensive lineman in the NFL in Kansas State. I'm merely Mick Schaefer. Chiefs losers 38-31, I believe. Yes, on the road in New York. Stop playing teams from the Empire State, first of all. That's 3 straight, by the way. I don't know, one's maybe in New Jersey or both or something like that. Whatever. Don't go to that neck of the woods. First impressions of this game, guys. I mean, Seren, we'll start with you. This was embarrassing on the field. Was embarrassing discipline-wise. Probably other areas as well. Where do you start with this one?
I mean, where do you begin? I mean, it's clear this team can't put together a full game. Alex Smith plays well after playing poorly. Everyone wanted him benched. He puts up one of his best games as a pro, but then they can't stop anybody anymore. And I think that's one of the things that showed up. There was maybe a feeling that defense was coming around for the Kansas City Chiefs. Turns out, no, they were just playing 2 really bad offenses, and they ran into a mediocre offense that then lit them up. So, no, I'm with you. There's no discipline. Look, the bottom line is this. This is a really soft team. They're soft in how they handle their players. They're soft in how they play on the field. They're soft in everything they do as an organization, and that has finally caught up with them. And this was a game that was there, up 14-0. You can't lose that game. Ask Nick. You get up 14-0, that has to be in the win column, and only soft teams blow that kind of lead.
We'll go to Jesse next. I mean, 31 points, Jesse, not enough to beat the Jets. Giving up 9 points, too much against the Giants. I mean, if the offense is clicking, the defense is struggling, and vice versa, how do you explain this team?
Well, yeah, and you know me, I love my points per possession. 38 points on 9 possessions.
Yeah.
That ain't good when you're playing defense. And it was almost kind of troubling to watch it because, you know, the defense would stop for the first down and would stop for second down, and then it'd be 3rd and long, and you're almost just like, this can't happen again. There's no way that the Jets can convert another 3rd and long. It continued happening. I looked it up. You know I would. Only one other team this year, the LA Rams, they had 13 third down conversions. They won that game 33-0.
Well, I was going to say, they score 50 points a game, so that's fine.
Exactly.
13 for 20. I don't know if I've ever seen that stat when it comes to third downs. Let's talk to the guy that played it. I mean, you've been in locker rooms before, winning and losing. How are guys handling this now for the Chiefs, you think, Nick?
I think the main thing is just lack of confidence. You don't have confidence in your defense. You know, you have confidence in your offense every so often. And when you don't have that cohesion, and when you're not doing it week in, week out, you lose that confidence. And if you get up, you don't feel like you're really up. Like if you have a mediocre quarterback or a decent quarterback, you don't have faith in them. So I think that's really, I'm not saying that's the problem because there's several issues. I mean, if you look at week 1 Chiefs versus the Chiefs now, I mean, you're seeing running back production, you're seeing a defense getting sacks, you know, pressuring the quarterback and getting picks, and you're just not seeing that. And I think they've kind of lost their mojo, and they bought into their hype that was going on early in the season, and they forgot how to win games. And Chiefs football is 11 play drives, 7 minutes a drive, and that's what they do to give the defense a break, and they're just not getting that. I mean, it's nice to see that, you know, all these, you know, 10-second possessions to Tyreek Hill on a long touchdown, but it's not sustainable in the long run.
Yeah, but no, I mean, but you got to mix it in. Yeah, you want a little bit of both, but listen, I listened to the whole Dick Vermeil era. People try to claim that the problem was actually the offense, and they scored too fast. 31 points is 31 points. The problem in this game lied with the defense. Just like when you only score 9 points against the Giants, the problem is with the offense. And that's what, to me, is the wake-up call for the Chiefs organization. They stink on both sides of the ball. There's literally nothing you can hang your hat on. They're mediocre across the board. Listen, Alex Smith isn't the problem, but he's also not the solution. Likewise, nothing about their defense is the solution. Nothing about the rest of their offense is the solution. They've got a handful of good pieces: Tyreek Hill, Kareem Hunt, Justin Houston, although his contract is enormous for the cap. But otherwise, the rest of this team is mediocre, and I think it's time for the organization, and particularly Andy Reid, to acknowledge that. Because until you do, you're just going to keep looking exactly the same as they have in 6 of the last 7 weeks.
I was going to say, I mean, is there any chance of turning this around now? Because I think we all thought after the Giants game, okay, that's an aberration. Then came the Bills game. Okay, it's kind of a trend. Now this game, I mean, I'm inclined to think that this is who they are. Jesse, is this who the Chiefs are?
Well, maybe, but I mean, I know Seren's saying mediocre a bunch. I'm going to say mediocre, which is that's the rest of their schedule. Because, again, as bad as the Chiefs have looked, they're going to play 4 teams that are not going to be favored against them in the last 4 games.
So last 4 games, though, where I mean, I don't. The schedule is softer than those last 4 games.
It's true, but I mean, even with knowing those last 4 games are going to be favored in these last 4. So again, 3 straight home games, a chance to turn it around. You have your division opponents. There's still a season ahead of them. I mean, I know it looks bleak. I know it's bad now, and all those things that were said are true. But that's what's crazy. Through everything, they still have a chance.
The schedule does look, I mean, promising. That is the one good thing they've got for them. But if you look back, I mean, I talked about this when they were 5-0 and then lost 4 of their next 5. Only 1 of 8 teams had ever done that and gone on to the playoffs. The other 7 did not go to the playoffs. Now, where they're at this point, there's only like 2 teams to go 5-0 and find themselves at 6-6. Neither one of them made the playoffs. I get it about the schedule, but that's what we said about the Giants, the Bills, and the Jets. Yeah. Why should you believe they're going to beat the Chargers, the Raiders, the Dolphins, or even the Broncos on the road? The schedule does smile on them, but there's no reason to think they're going to beat these teams, at least certainly not beat 3 of them.
The Broncos, really? I mean, we got who knows? Who knows at this point?
The Jets,
who knows
the Giants.
I agree with you.
The Giants had 1 win, a coach with a bad haircut that was a dead man walking, and they're about ready to bench a Hall of Fame quarterback, and the Chiefs couldn't beat him.
No, yeah. Last word for the guy that actually won a Super Bowl. I'm saying that you're probably not seeing Super Bowl in the cards for this team, but can they turn it around? Just make the playoffs at this point, Nick.
You absolutely can make the playoffs. I think the Chiefs can. They've set themselves well enough in the early part of the season where all you have to do is win two games out of the next couple of games, and you're a lock for the AFC West, because the AFC West is the second biggest dumpster fire behind the Tennessee situation, and it's going to be great for them. You can dangle it if you're Andy Reid. You can regroup the team tomorrow when everyone comes in, or and you can say, hey guys, listen, we still have a chance. As much as we bungled this middle part of the season, winners come out in December, and everyone remembers December. And I think if Andy can do that, motivate the guys, say, hey, we still got a playoff shot, then yeah, you're going to rally the troops and you're going to be able to get it done.
I wonder if everyone have a piece of it, you think? Everybody?
Yeah. Oh, everyone's got a
piece.
piece.
I'm so glad Nick's here. So glad Nick's here.
Yeah. You guys couldn't harken back to your days playing professional football?
He helps me counter Seren. That's it.
Yes, that's good.
It's great.
You're literally right in the middle. All right, guys. Thanks so much for the time. Thanks to you as well. This has been Monday Morning Quarterback.
This has been Monday Morning Quarterback, sponsored by TDR Auto Plaza, changing the way used cars are sold. Located on I-35 in Kearney, Missouri.